Welcome to the Unisys ClearPath OS 2200 Eclipse IDE 16.0 New Features Demo. This demo explains element caching, content assist for DMS and RDMS keywords, and dynamic update of Eclipse log view. Let's understand the program file elements cache feature. This feature significantly improves the performance of project creation and editor operations by locally caching the elements. This feature enhances the user experience with the editor operations, because user will work with a locally cached element. Let us create a new OS 2200 project. Enter an OS 2200 project name. Select the OS 2200 connection name. Enter a program file name. Click Next, and select the element. Under Add Element Attributes, select the element type from the editor list. Click the right triangle button, and select Few other required elements. Click the right triangle button. Click Finish. Now the elements that are added to the project will be downloaded to the cache. The performance of the elements handled within Eclipse improves, since they are on a local system. The element icons that are not downloaded to the cache will appear yellow, while the downloaded element icons appear white. Element icon with red box indicates that the version in the cache is not synchronized with the OS 2200 system. This means either the element is modified locally, or on the OS 2200 system, or both. To sync a project, a work file, or an element with the OS 2200 system or cache, right-click on the selected project, work file, or element, and click Sync. Sync from local to host option synchronizes the data that are modified locally by copying the contents of the element, project, or work file in the cache to the OS 2200 system. Sync from host to local option synchronizes the data by copying the contents of the element, project, or work file that are modified on the OS 2200 system to the cache. Fetch latest from host option fetches the contents of the element, project, or work file from the OS 2200 system to the cache. You can override all the local changes with that of the OS 2200 system. Compare with host copy option, compares the cache copy with the OS 2200 system copy of an element. Let's see the Content Assist support for Enterprise Network Database Server for ClearPath OS 2200, and Enterprise Relational Database Server for ClearPath OS 2200 keywords. This feature provides a list of accessible DMS and RDMS keywords according to COBOL language specification. The program can propose a word, phrase, or a division that you want to type without completely typing it. You can trigger this feature while writing code in COBOL editor. By placing the cursor where you need assistance with the content, click Ctrl Space, or type the first few characters. The Content Assistant loads the proposals that are filtered based on the characters as and when typed. If no characters are typed, the proposals related only to the specific division are loaded. The color coding for DMS and RDMS commands is the same as the COBOL keywords. This helps you to determine visually if the DMS and RDMS keywords in the COBOL program are correct. Let's understand the dynamic update of Eclipse log view. Traces about the user activities within Eclipse are logged in Unisys EA log file. In the event of an error, users or the Unisys support staff can view the contents of the Eclipse log file to determine the cause and remediate the issue. To view logs, click OS 2200. View log. The log viewer opens the Unisys EA log file. The log viewer dynamically displays the contents of the Unisys EA log file. The play button displays the latest content from the Unisys EA log file, and appends the logs to the log viewer, as and when the logs are written to the log file. This option is selected by default. Clicking on the stop button will stop tailing the log file. Logs are not appended to the viewer. Show Rule Preferences button will allow user to set rules in the log viewer. And Refresh button will refresh the current log file, When the Unisys EA log file reaches the maximum rollback size, default is 5 MB, it creates a rollback file and creates a new log file. To fetch the latest contents of the log file, click on the refresh icon. To save logs, click OS 2200. Save log. The Save As dialog box appears. In the Save As dialog box, select the location to save the log and click Save. Unisys offers a comprehensive set of features in ClearPath OS 2200 Eclipse IDE 16.0. Please contact your Unisys representative for more information or visit unisys.com.